everybody, you are tuning into Level Up Nation, and I'm your host, Stacy Preer from the Dustin Pritchard Real Estate Team with co-host
Dustin Pritchard with the Dustin Pritchard Real Estate Team. How you doing?
And today we are talking about safety and virtual numbers. And Dustin's gonna be like, Stacy, stop being so cheesy, because I keep wanting to sing we are living in a virtual world, and I am
Oh my God, I was waiting for you to say.
I know you were, and I totally
virtual
Boom.
everything right now.
Dropped it.
And Stacy's gonna break out into song.
I am. This quarantine's got me crazy. My Madonna's showing.
Well, that's a totally different episode.
That's very true. I should have thought that more through.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, visual. Okay, never mind. Take back.
Virtual.
Anyways, as we are here, I'm like stuck on cone boobs right now.
Yeah. How about this? You know what? One of the things that I'm a firm believer in, and this is one of the reasons why I really love teams, is that there is power in numbers, right? So the more people get together, the more energy we all have, right? Like there's amazing feats of human ingenuity and accomplishments just from people coming together and sharing their resources, right? And we're dealing with a massive crisis right now. And something that I've been noticing is that even though people can't get together physically right now, they're still getting together virtually.
Well, and that's the whole thing, right? When you can power together and virtually get together, honestly, there's been so many people saying, hey, you must be so bored. I'm like, no, I'm not. We've been Zooming every single day. We're setting up foundations. We're collaborating with other realtors, and we are essentially setting a foundation for what's to come. And I think that's what people need to be doing.
Oh, I do too. Like, and you know what? If you're at home and you're relaxing, and this is the first time you've had the chance to relax because you got a good excuse for it, then more power to you. But I was saying to somebody else, I think it was yesterday, I need a vacation from this vacation. Like, I've been back to backs all day since 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning till about 7 o'clock at night, every single day without days off, just simply because. To be honest with you, this is creating a tremendous opportunity. Like, anytime that there's major change, there's major opportunity if you can solve a problem. And what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing people of like mind and like energy congregating and coming together and building together, right? Like we've been working so hard as a team to get everything together, but man, it's like a hockey stick. Like, at the beginning I was by myself, and then a few more people, and all of a sudden we're at this capacity to be able to serve clients and able to build a huge business simply because we're working together and sharing resources and intelligence.
Yep. Leo likes what you're saying. He wants to congregate with this too.
What's up, Leo?
Power to the people.
Power. What's up?
No, I think it's funny because where we are going is going to be so heavily virtually dominated. I mean, you and I were with EXP, and that is a completely virtual brokerage. It's amazing because one of the things that I really enjoy is you can tap into 40 hours plus online learning. The tech involved is eons advanced from what I'm used to. Even running my own brokerage, we had to pay like thousands and thousands of dollars for what's already offered, and that is where we are going. So anyone who's in real estate right now that needs to level up, you need to be thinking about the tools and technologies that are going to help assist you in the new wave of doing business without bankrupting you. Because let's face it, being a real estate agent ain't cheap. You have to be good to survive.
No, it's very true. And you know what? One of the cool things that you can do, if you're looking around, you're sitting at home, you're listening to this, and you're thinking, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. I got to tap into the tools and technology and things like that. Watch what the people are doing, right? Watch people that you respect in the industry, where they're going, what they're doing, if they're moving, if they're not moving, if they're adopting technology, because you'll start to see patterns in human behavior, because we're environmental creatures, right? Like this crisis is creating, a whole bunch of neurons to fire in our reptilian brains to create that safety in virtual numbers, to congregate, come together, and to share those resources. So if you know that you need to level up your business and you want to tap into technology and different systems and tools and platforms, just watch what people are doing and where they're going, because you'll be able to see where the smart people are making moves now when the wave is just starting to crest, right? They're catching it and they're riding it.
Well, and the other thing too, I think is important, and I've also done that. I've definitely been observing where things are going. If you look at business coaching, if you look at personal coaching, if you look at anyone who's got a platform, they're starting to band together because they're using each other's network, they're using each other's content and material as a sellable package, which offers more value to the end consumer. So as a real estate team, one of the things that I think is great is you can handle more volume, but then you get those niche specialists. So you get the person who loves working with buyers. You get the person who loves working with listings. You get the new build specialist who knows every single detail and facet of that business. Whereas before, one realtor had to be all of that. And now it's going back to that KISS principle where you keep it simple, silly. And I think that you have been a big advocate of this. And in fact, you're coming up with your own team systems on how to create a team, mentor a team, and help bring people up to a next level.
Yeah, those team systems bring to the table that help grow a highly profitable team. And one of the things that you spoke about, an aspect of the team system, one of the team mechanics of that team system is niching out, is to specialize, right? New builds, listings, or buyers, geographical areas, price points, ethnic diversities. Like there's all kinds of different ways to specialize, because I'm a big believer that if you're a generalist, then you're able to serve people at a certain level. But if you're a specialist, you can really dig deep into somebody's needs and service them, and create a client experience that is untouchable compared to other realtors out there or other business providers, simply because you're an expert. Like, you are not just an expert, you're a well-versed, indoctrinated expert in that field, in that specialty, and it's really hard to touch. It's really hard to compete against, right? So it's easy for you to be able to build out a strong niche, and then it's very easy to defend that niche once it's established. And that's one of the team mechanisms that we put together on our team. Just a soapbox a little bit.
No, absolutely. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, you know what? This is
from
virtual
home.
life. It's a virtual life now.
Yeah.
Internet can screw up. The dog's going to bark. Man, I was talking to a lawyer this morning, and he says, Justin, your business is on top, or your pajamas on the bottom? I'm like, yes, I am. Yes,
No,
I
I totally know.
You know what, guys? Thanks so much for joining us today. I really appreciate your time. If you want to continue with the conversation, if you want to join us in the conversation, I have a Facebook group called the Dustin Pritchard Real Estate Team. It's in groups. Go look for it. Join in the conversation. You have to be a licensed realtor to be part of that group. But anybody from any brand, you're welcome to join us. We share resources. We talk about this stuff. Like right now during the plague that's happening, we share everything inside that group. It doesn't matter what part of the industry you're in, what brand you're in. It doesn't really matter. We all got to stick together. We got to work together and communicate so that everybody wins, especially in the face of a big fat challenge like this.
Yeah. And if you, just to tag on to that, if you're a real estate agent that's sitting there wondering what your next moves are, thinking that you're not getting the support that you need from your brokerage, and that you're really looking to get some insights, some new tech, and not spend a whole butt ton of money, join this conversation.
Yeah, it's definitely worth your time.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning into Level Up Nation. I, again, am your host, Stacey Breer, and
Dustin Pritchard.
don't forget to click the link. We'll see you next time.
All right. Ciao for now.